Well, hello, you're welcome to GMODISM channel. This is your host Eric, and we are continuing with the Gimle battles. Now, today we're gonna check out a battle between the Rollo. This is built by IMP, and it's the only design submitted by IMP that actually lost against the Gimle. It is, however, the winner of the losers bracket, so from of the losers, this is the strongest one. Oh my, the lights are really lagging here. I have a serious need to restart my computer, I think, so before I run the battles I'll need to restart the computer. And change the settings, by the way, too, because I don't remember it blinking like this. In any case, this is the Rollo. It was actually, so that's a little trivia from IMP, it was actually intended to do barrel rolls in order to escape the Gimle's volleys. It does not, however. But it's cool. I like the curtains here. Well, in any case, the Rollo is of course a very strong design. Of the losers bracket, this is the strongest one. It is costing much less than it has to cost, and it has a total firepower of 1.5k, with mostly being cram focused. So it is a cram design here. We got some barrels here. And we have quite low health, 60,000. I think that's why it lost, because the Gimle were able to take out these crams. 100,000 is not enough. This one is 1,000 or 130,000. I think that may be enough against the Gimle. Not quite sure. And here we have a little saboteur. Well, this is a front-sider airship, as you may see. And it's also gonna be evasive, but the armor is from the front here, and it's having real thick, heavy armor layers going on here. We got some auxiliary cannons as well. We got mortars also, and the APS in this system is if you look at the intakes here, destructor conduit, so this is gonna try and trick it. Yeah. And we got another turret behind here, or maybe it's not the turret, with a squash head. So we're spamming some squashes here. Well, let's look at the opponent. This is the UCS Resolute. And I don't think they met each other. They didn't meet each other in an official capacity, at least, in the like losers bracket. Let's see here. It looks like the cutting affects the Omicron as well. I don't know what's up with my computer. Well, in any case, this beautiful thing aims the guns from side to side, so it is a two-sider. It is a sandblaster, so if you check out it here, it has actually higher up, it has the max cost, it has basically the max allowed blocks, and it has a firepower that's actually not that high, but only APS, so it only has APS. We got two types of guns here, I believe it was. This, which is a 150mm, is it? Heavy head, solid watered bodies and fins, super cavitation base, can shoot underwater, should be able to engage like incoming ram stuff as well. Gauge of 50mm, so it has a significantly higher RPM. Then we have this system here, which is the same thing, but a higher one. I do suspect that these may swap dependent on the target, or different ones have different ammo. But anyways, we have a SAP here, like semi-armor penetrating high explosive shell. All are having timed, all are having, oops, sorry, stabilizer fins. That's interesting. Well, in any case, it's a strong little thing, this thing, the UCS Resolute, because the UCS Resolute is actually the third place of the losers bracket. So we'll have two losers bracket designs meeting each other at an official capacity, so we should dive into the battle. Oh, the armor. Here you can see the turrets, by the way. They are like cylinders. The other way around that people usually put turrets, right? Anyways, we're gonna look at the back front cut. And you can see it has 50% armor at the cost, which is pretty high actually. And it has the same armor on both sides. You can see this is like a big thick slab. We have mostly wood on the bottom and metal on top. And that of course ensures its floatiness, but it's thick. This armor is insanely thick. Yeah, let's get into the battle. This intermission is brought to you by GMODISM Industries. Like the video. Thank you. Alright, so the Resolute. Coming here from the losers bracket. And by the way, Omicron, you see these windows? I have made my own versions of these types of windows. And they are even transparent. I'm very happy about them. I'll show them at a post or something. Or maybe I've already done so because I have recorded this battle a little bit before. You may see it or not. Oh my, maybe 50 meters was too little. Okay, I'm gonna respawn the battle. Yeah, well, in any case, I made cool windows. Thanks for the idea, Omicron. I think I forgot to just click confirm on the altitude. That's so stupid. Well, here we are in the battle. We got some crazy packs here in the beginning, and it seems they totally missed. Well darn. We got a barrage of damage popping in here. Oh my. Look at that. This is scary, scary. Bam. We are doing... we are providing a hash hell. I slowed down the time manually, if you do wonder. Look at that. Hash damage all over the place. Will barrels be clipped? This armor is thick here. I think it doesn't do much to shoot that much. Oh, what is it, like hash at it? The crams, however, that penetrated to the core may have been a little bit problematic. Oh, and the shields is definitely saving some Resolute ass here. Alright. Both the Rollo and the Resolute is from the losers bracket, as you may already know, I think. I said it many times, in case you didn't listen or skip parts. So, we got sandblasting action here. I think this is just the right tactic to deal with something like the Rollo here. We have really high speed shells from the Resolute popping in here. And we are drilling away parts on the Rollo here. We seem okay. Looks like the Rollo is slightly facing the side to the Resolute. So the Resolute should be able to have some pretty good ability to deal damage to the Rollo here. The Resolute, she is trying to shoot down the cram shells incoming there and doing a quite good job at it. Rollo's health on those cram shells, as we looked at before, not the highest at all. So it looks like, oh bam, it looks like they are not reaching. But as I said that, the Resolute is of course not our quickest ship here. And I think no. Well, it seems that the mortars did not do too much damage here. So we have another volley of mortars here. Quite interesting indeed. Rollo is behind in the health points there. What's really interesting is that the Rollo is actually first place of the losers bracket, and the Resolute is was it third place or something? That's right, it's third place. Yeah, sorry, looked away there. Ooh. And we have another stream of sand blasting going on here. We are drilling away here. Look at that. I don't think the Rollo stands a chance here. The UCS Resolute might be at a lower place in the losers bracket, but man, it is packing some punch. As I say this, another volley of the burst flak. No, the burst, rail burst hash is popping in here and brings down the Resolute to 96%. The armor is very thick at the Resolute, so the only thing that matters here is if enough gun barrels get clipped or not, and using hash to have this effect is obviously a good tactic to use. I should remember using the smooth camera a little bit more often. Oh, look at that. We engaged the mortars this time. Bam. Some shells are getting through. But the Rollo is at 93%. Will it be able to save itself or not? This is very interesting. Quite an even battle, I must say. They are so close in health, either of them can win. Oh my. The Resolute took some serious damage there. I suspect one of its turrets may have been killed. Rollo is still behind in terms of health, however. So it's too early to say anything, but it all depends on how quickly the Resolute can drill through this surface. We have heavy armor to get through here as well. And we're still at the layer of what is it? Wedges, they're called? Heavy armor wedges, be that, but behind here we have, as you know, the really big blocks. The ducts, which are great for stopping penetrators. Resolute and Rollo, they are closing into each other here. Oh, the Rollo got another hit there. Seems like the Resolute is pretty good at dealing with the incoming shots. You can see a barrel there, we got some turrets damaged. As long as we're not having those rail burst hash, those seem to be the ones that actually deal the majority of the damage. Oh, it's interesting that it's hard to shoot the Rollo. You would imagine that maybe its detection is a little bit bad now. I don't know, the bearing seems to be a little bit off. Maybe it has too few of the... No, we still got some rangefinders, coincidence rangefinders there. Which is of course what we want to have. By the way, you know I said recording this battle like a bit earlier than you may see it. If you see it a lot earlier, that's because you're in the ecclesiarchy of GMODISM. That's what we call the YouTube members here. And from the lowest tier you will be able to see some stuff here, early access. Which is a neat little thing I can give. I try to put the most value in the lowest tiers, both on Patreon and on YouTube memberships, so that if you want to support the channel, you get as much as I can give basically for it. And if you want to support the channel more and have that ability to do that, I'll have some more rewards for those levels, of course. But I guess I just wanted to make sure that if you want to support the channel, it's gonna be at such a low level that most will be able to do it if they want to. So I think it's 99 cents a month for early access to videos. It depends. You basically see the videos when I upload them. Sometimes I record 3 battles and upload those, and then you'll get like instant access to 3 battles. And sometimes I'm totally behind my schedule, and you may not see. you may see a video a day early or something, instead of like 3 weeks early. That can be that sometimes. Oh my! Rollo is down to 90%, and Resolute is at 91. We're really close here in terms of health. The Rollo has gained, but does not have the upper hand. Let's look at the state of those blocks. These tiny sands are of course not able to deal too much damage. And we just got another volley of scary hash. Look at that Resolute getting pushed down to the same health. We're both at 89%. This is a very even match. Did I see a weird stroke of light there? Oh yeah, we have damaged packs. That's what happens when you have pack cannons and they get damaged, if you're a little bit new to the game. When those pack get damaged, they may just unload in random directions, dependent on how you set up your tubing. And you should be very careful when you use packs, so that when they get killed, you will not be nuking yourself. It's a bad thing to do generally. Like if you set up a pack system close to the AI, maybe if it gets damaged, you'll actually kill yourself by zapping your own AI, which can happen. And it's a bad day. Ooh, look at that. We're closing in on 10 minutes as well. This is extremely tense. Resolute is down to 88%. Look at that little swarm. I just had to see it in slow motion. Actually, I want to see some of these shells in slow motion too. Why is it so impossible to lock on shells nowadays? And they're like, oh, they're like getting deflected and stuff. Well. Oh, are we struggling with altitude here at the Rollo? No, I don't think we are. But we're losing blocks in a steady pace. It's 0.2% difference in health here. Oh my, this is so even. Look at that. The Rollo is actually in the lead now. Oh wow. This is so close. 88 versus 88.8 versus 88.5. All right. Very interesting. Oh, and the Rollo is now down to 87.8. Very, very close here. Now, with the Gimle battles, we had set a like upper time limit. Oh, that's a nice burst here. Anyways, we set a nice little time limit so that it should not, like the battles should not drag out for too long. And I'm trying to remember how long time I actually set up for it to be able to beat them. Yeah, I just went to my document and checked, and it's 15 minutes, so we got 5 more minutes to go. I thought for a minute maybe it was 10 minutes, but I know the the timer auto stops at that point. So we have max 4 minutes left on this battle, and the percentage at that time will be the deciding factor for the first battle. This is a really even one. And I forgot, because it was some time ago we actually reached this auto timer. Because of course most ships are built so that they will not get to that point. Which makes the battle more fun to watch. And this is definitely a good battle to watch. The Resolute delivers. I'm glad it got to the winner's bracket again. Sand blasting. Oh, look at that. Custom jet engines are getting snagged there a little bit. Look at it. We're having holes. You can see this here. We have missing blocks in the middle. This means that this thruster is almost disabled. Like, this is like blockaded now, so the amount of thrust that can generate is very, very small now. Ooh, 83%. Oh, and we got away another burst of HESH. But the aim is a little bit off there. I'm actually thinking that the Resolute will be able to kill the Rollo within the time frame. It is struggling to keep upright. The Rollo has to be super lucky and snipe the Resolute's AI or something to save itself out of this. I think it's gonna dip into the water now. And when those jets hit the water... Oh, it didn't. If those jets hit the water, we're not gonna have much lift at all. And we got away another burst. Double burst here. Wow, well, the Resolute, we got teleported to another shell, so we kind of missed the potential action there, but it's still close. The Resolute is sure Resolute, but so is the Rollo. I feel that Resolute would really like to have some timed frag right now. Look at that. Oh well. We are kind of having a bad angle here. We only have a few minutes left for this initial battle. And the Rollo is definitely not in the lead here. Question is, will it die before the last 40 seconds here? Look how many blocks exposed there. Wow. Imp has really calculated the armor perfectly here on the side. You can see just now it's starting to get so damaged it can't function. And that's so far into the battle. Ooh, look at that. It showed its broadside a little too long and more jet engines got snagged. Look at that. It seems it will not die. Okay, wow. This is almost a draw, but not quite. We're just gonna let the battle continue, but Resolute is the winner of the first battle, having a higher health at the 15-minute mark. It will be up to the next battle, or the next battle, to decide who is the winner, as this is best of 3. And the tournament we are running here is double elimination, sorry. So which means that the Rollo or the Resolute, after these battles have been held, will be delegated to a loser's bracket, and if they get killed there, they will be, well, killed. They will be eliminated. Well, let's move on to the next battle. This is of course very fun and all, but we already reached the mark, and I feel this battle are long enough as it is. Second battle is running. Ooh, that burst is scary. Resolute is dropping health early battle. As last time, finally it's getting its guns in line, and the sand blasting has started. If Resolute wins this battle, it means that the Resolute will be the winner, and Rollo will be delegated to the loser's bracket. If Resolute loses, well, Rollo needs to win this and the next battle for it to get to the winner's area. So, that's how best of 3 works if you're new to tournament rules. Rollo is at 99.7% here, so it is faring pretty well still. But the early sandblasting here does of course deal some damage. Omicron's Resolute, she is sure Resolute, but the sandblasting or motion here is of course stronger in the beginning due to no turrets being damaged. And it matters a lot where it aims in the early battle, to be honest, for the outcome of the entire battle. The Rollo is actually in the lead right now. But we'll see if this is gonna change. It is, as said, dependent a lot on where the Resolute decides to focus its fire. And it seems that now we are a bit off. Interesting. Well, we should be checking out the Resolute here a little bit. We got the fast guns popping in with some damage dealing shells. Drilling through this thick armor in the side here. Oh, look at that. Resolute is still behind in health, but why are these propellers not turning? Do we have like a loss of engine power? Maybe they are only being used if... Oh, now they're spinning up. They're probably only being used if we're actively using them, right? It can be good to not use stuff when you don't need them, because of course that requires engine power. What I want to say, however, is of course big thanks to all the commissioned officers in the army of GMODISM. Most notably, Commodore Owen, Captain Shiro, Commander Ben Wilkie, Delphin, Anto, Lieutenant Anto, Lieutenant Kraby, Flawless Dragon, Josef Ishovsky, Powered by Greed, Vincent Veritas, Rick Proel, Scooby Rocks, and all our cadets in the army of GMODISM. You can join the army of GMODISM if you want to just enlist. Go to the Discord and assign yourself. Click the island list button basically in role designation. Or if you want to be a commissioned officer, you can select that you're a commissioned officer there, and you won't be getting the enlisted roles. You will instead be automatically added to the commissioned officer roles if it's linked. Indeed. The early side of the battle is extremely even here. Oh my, that Civ's secondary is really saving the Resolute's ass, that's for sure. Oh, bam, that's a lot of blocks being missing. Rollo is definitely a lot not in the lead anymore. Resolute is already in the lead by more than 1%. We are blasting away shells here. And it looks like... Do we have like... No, we have a straight angle towards the Resolute. And looks like the Rollo has regained its health percentage compared to the Resolute a little bit here by dealing more damage, of course. The right answer to victory. Deal more damage. And look at that. Bam, that's a big explosion. Was that a magazine? Or was that a timed frag? I don't know. We have some frag loads there. It's just that you can see the frags popping up and down. It seems like that. If we just pause the game here, actually, we can investigate a little bit here. If we have any shells with frag on them. Oh, bam. Here we got some other ones. No, that's the same, right? Stabilized fins. Those shells look a little bit different. We tend to look a little bit too much. Oh yeah, of course. We have the mixed payloads too. Can't remember everything. It's just that it swished by so quickly. What's the game speed, by the way? It's basically 1, so we are not lagging that much. That's good. Rollo behind 2%. Well, we should be seeing if our Resolute is doing too. Now we're getting through to the heavy armor wedges. So it's a lot up to if we're able to, well, basically keep our firepower, I suppose. These cramshells and barrages keep coming, of course. Yeah, the Rollo is really... It's pretty resolute too. I like the concept of the Resolute, like having sideway turrets like this. It's a really fun concept. It's just sad that it wasn't like viable to set it up to switch sides, because obviously, in retrospect, I think Omicron realizes that having this being a one-sider would probably make it not having to go via the losers bracket before getting here, and also it would have definitely won over the Rollo if it had all the armor on one side. Some people say that having one-siders is unfair. Maybe that's the case, but then if one-siders are not fair, then front-siders are also not fair, and then we're basically having some pretty strict limitations on battles that they have to be double-sided non-front-siders, and I feel that's... yeah. Maybe if you want to have like a realistic type of tournament, that's a cool thing. Scary kinetic pens. But I feel for this, I feel that's probably not really what we want. Rollo is at 92%, we're 7 minutes into the battle, Resolute being at 95. I think Resolute is doing a little bit better this time. But this layer is really hard to penetrate. I think now this is not an option really without breadboard or Lua code, but if the Resolute had aimed for the center of mass of the Rollo for like the entire battle, it would have been dealing so much more damage. I don't know if the Resolute maybe has some heat decoys or whatever, because maybe... or set up to target heat blocks, because maybe the Rollo has some heat decoys. I'm wondering. It seems it may... that's maybe one of the reasons why it misses. It can also be it simply moves from side to side. Okay. We got another killer volley. Oh. Feels like many of those shells kind of missed. Next volley. Oh, there we have a lot of hits. Resolute down to 93. Rollo is of course still behind, but man, those burst guns are really scary. Burst hash. I should make a system like that sometime. Already closing in on 10 minutes. This will definitely be one of the longer videos here. Oh my. Yeah, okay. We'll see. Well, it does look like the Resolute is drilling a little bit on the sides of the Rollo here. I'm almost suspecting it's targeting hot blocks here, which makes a lot of the shells actually miss. We passed 11 minutes and the battle has been going on steadily, predictably, so yeah, all of that may not be... actually, I'll cut away some of that. Anyways, we got another burst getting fired again, so let's see here. The 3% health difference has been maintained. And it seemed that this volley did not change the results significantly either. Most of the guns seem to be somewhat functional on the Resolute, which is of course good news. And bad news for Imp, because the Rollo, she doesn't like to be sandblasted out of the sky like this. 88 versus 92. I'm wondering if we have... is it much different from last? Actually, we are getting through here. It feels like more of the guns are online on the Omicron this time. I think before one of the guns got taken out and it really got noticeable. But now we can see those sands popping in and actually getting through here. We're starting to get damaged custom jet engines. But of course those burst, or if a lucky cram hits the Resolute in the wrong place, she'll die too instantly. It's all about luck. In a lot of battles we had a late game changer. Well, the Resolute seems to resolutely, happily popping on. We are seeing more 7-meter ducts flying. If you are new to the game and wondering why people are using 7-meter ducts, well, basically they are not worth it in terms of what the materials you pay for it, if you compare it to like 4-meter beams, and they don't have a health bonus. But they do this cool thing of having a big sheet covered that requires a lot of health points to kill. So most penetrating weapons will not be able to one-shot them, which basically saves your ass from crazy railguns a lot of the time. Also, using ducts is a good way to let your engines and exhausts be able to be transported out of the vehicle, of course, but also you can lower the block count, which may help some computers with lag a bit. We got another burst. Alright, we'll have to watch this. Resolute 91%, next volley 90%. And the Rollo is at 86, so we have 1 minute left on the battle, but it looks like the Rollo is gonna lose this battle too, which of course means that the Resolute will be the winning design. But we have 45 seconds left. But it's very impressive that the Rollo has not been shot out of the sky. It's gonna be interesting to see if that volley changes anything too. Probably not. Well, 20 seconds left. Let's see if those clamshells can change the game. This is like the last chance. Oh no, they got shot out of the sky. The mortars, oh no, they missed. GG Rollo, 5 seconds left. Looks like you're relegated to the losers bracket. Big congratulations to Omicron. The victory of this battle is yours, but man, this was a close call if I seen another one. And that's something that like serves to show us an example. We're just spawning a third battle just to talk over it, but that serves as an example that you can see the Rollo. The Rollo actually is the winner of the losers bracket, so the Rollo is deemed to be the best ship out of the losers bracket. And it all depends on the order ships are meeting each other. While the Resolute, she's at third place of the losers bracket. And the losers bracket here, what I'm talking about is all the ships that did not manage to beat the Gimle battled each other in a single elimination tournament, and the best, like the 3 best spots, which is 4 different ships, basically won this single elimination tournament, and they got through to the winners bracket. Originally, only the first place would have been in the winners bracket. And as you can see here, Rollo, being the first place from that losers bracket, actually loses against the UCS Resolute by Omicron. Even though the Omicron also comes from the losers bracket at the third place. So you would expect the Rollo to be better than the Resolute, but when we pitch them against each other, we can see it's actually Resolute that's better than Rollo. So even though Rollo is the winner of the losers bracket, losing against the Gimle, the Resolute is still stronger than Rollo. Did I say it wrong here? No, I don't think so. They have similar names. Anyways, the Rollo, even if it's the winner of the losers bracket, the Resolute can still beat it. And the reason for this is, of course, they didn't meet in the losers bracket, single elimination. So yeah, that's why. So the order ships meet each other actually affects the tournament outcome, especially when you have a single elimination type of tournament. Yeah, now we have best of 3 double elimination, which means that we have 3 battles, or 2 battles if one wins the 2 first. And then we have a losers bracket here as well, so Rollo will be getting to the losers bracket again, and the Resolute will continue in the winners bracket a while longer. Maybe it's confusing, I don't know. But in any case... Oh, did you check out GMODISM.com yet? I changed some stuff. It would be nice to see if people think it's better now or not, but yeah. Oh, another note, there is also the possibility that Resolute was simply very lucky these battles, and that the Rollo was just very unlucky the first 2 battles. That's possible too. Sometimes that happens. It's like with Borderwise's Drakenslang Mark 2 or 3, the newest one. It didn't win against the Gimle, and it didn't get very far in the losers bracket. However, the Drakenslang 1.5, like a middle version of the first and the last version, that actually is in the winners bracket here, battling with other ships. Maybe the most updated version of the Drakenslang was just unlucky, or the 1.5 version is simply better compared to the ships it have met. It can be hard to tell, but that's also the fun thing. There is an element of luck, so there is always some room for speculation. Well, this video is long enough as it is, so I think we are going to end this battle early here. Hopefully we served enough time to not spoil the results of anything anyone hovering over the progress bar there. It's more obvious in some cases than others, but it's good to have at least. But it looks like it's gonna be a 15-minute battle, this too, and due to it being so similar health points results, like these battles have been so even, I think we can probably be very sure that 2 Rollos will beat a Resolute, so no need to try that. Yeah. Very nice battle. Very nice battle. This was very high tension. Hopefully we kept the tension out for an hour or how long this video is after editing. Well. Chance has it that the UCS Resolute and the Rollo had to fight again. Well, are you surprised by these results? I'm not. In any case, here's thanks for watching, and do stay tuned for future battles next week, to be specific, except if you're in Ecclesiarchy, then you can see it in early access as usual. Check out the GMODISM channel for some extra from the depth content, and go to gmodism.com/support if you want to find all the options on how you can support the GMODISM empire more than liking the video, which I hope you have done already. In any case, this is your host Eric, and I'm signing out.